Hey, this is Jim Katsoulis, and I want to welcome you to the Comfortable Yoga Daily, day number 1. So this is a project I decided to do yoga every day, Monday through Friday. It's a 10 to 15 minute routine, real basic stuff, but it's going to give you the opportunity to connect to your body. And the way it's structured is this. So if you're at your desk, right, if you're working, you can do the first 5 minutes or so, right, because it's all things you can do while you're sitting down. And I think if you do it, you'll find that you feel a lot better. So let's get started. We're going to start with the neck rolls. So you relax your shoulders and just start turning your head. And as you do this again, notice your breathing connect to it. Keep your shoulders relaxed. As you do this, if you find you have a kind of a tight spot, just kind of slow it down a little bit. And you relax all the muscles. That's what makes it feel better. Like for right here, it's me. Right there, it's a little tight for me, so I kind of stick there a little bit. Hang out there. All right, switch direction. Again, pay attention to what's going on in your body. And so much of this is really just relaxing. So as you relax the shoulders, this whole thing becomes easier. Okay? Now we switch over to the shoulders, so we'll circle the shoulders. I'll pull them back first. And as you do this, you're using the shoulder muscles, and you want to keep the neck relaxed, right? The neck's not really part of this. You're relaxing, you're becoming aware of your body, you're being able to influence it more powerfully. So get the biggest circles you can. Okay, switch directions. Oh, this feels nice. I haven't been doing a whole lot of yoga lately, so I'm a little sick the last few days. So it's kind of nice to be doing this. All right, so kind of loosen the arms out a little bit. I'll start with the right arm and bring it up towards the ceiling. And again, if you're standing, the hips down are pushing and grounding you into the floor. From up here is kind of reaching up and lifting up. If you want, you can look up at your hand. Again, but you're comfortably just stretching and lengthening this whole area here. Feel it, again, depending on how far you go with it, you can feel it all the way down to here. And I'll go to the other side. Looking up at the hand. Staying connected to your breath. And this is really just a few minutes for you. Just to feel good. It doesn't take a lot. And that's the point of this whole thing. And again, when you exhale, you're exhaling out the tensions. And you inhale in the relaxation. And again, bring it down. You know, as you do these things, you're paying attention. You're becoming more aware of the muscles in your body and how to influence them. And I'll give you a secret. The influence is almost always relaxing them. And the more you understand the muscles that are tight, then you can learn to relax them. Okay, but the first step is just becoming aware of it. So, keep that in mind as we're doing these things. So the right arm across, hold it with the left arm. And again, we'll get kind of a shoulder stretch here. Stay connected to your breathing. And again, you look at these micro movements. You know, these little tiny shifts in alignment, these shifts in movement and how you hold yourself, where you'll start to notice more and more what's going on inside of you. And the more you know, the more you can begin to influence it. Again, you can kind of combine them at all times if you want. And do the left arm over, so kind of turning my head a little bit, a little extra stretch. Connecting my body, my breath. All right, now we'll circle the arms. So right arm, just circle it around. And again, it doesn't matter how flexible you are. You know, it's always just about loosening up. And so that's always the key thing. And here's the thing, you know, no matter how flexible you are, no matter how loose you are, when you wake up in the morning, you are tighter. Right? So you're tighter, and then you do some yoga and you focus on this stuff, and you become looser. And it's that path of becoming looser and more flexible, switch direction, that is what yoga is. You know, yoga is not being able to do crazy postures and being really flexible. That ends up happening sometimes if you really stick with it. But I think that the key thing the most important part is it just makes you feel better. That's it. Okay, we'll switch to the left arm. It's just about feeling better. And there's no need to do crazy movements in order to feel better. It's pretty easy to feel better. You just got to do it. And so that's, again, what this is all about. Just getting on the mat and doing a couple simple things. Spin the other way. And again, I mean, think about it right now, okay? And let's just take a second. How do you feel now in this whole area compared to how you felt 10 minutes ago? Right? So again, it doesn't take much, excuse me. So now we're going to start doing the sun salutation. We're going to break it down. Now again, it doesn't matter where you are. So, when we do the sun salutation, it's really just a combination of moves. So we're going to lift up. Okay, so you come to the end of your mat or wherever you're at. You're going to lift up towards the ceiling. And again, you're stretching here, legs grounding, this lifting up towards the sky. And you're folding forward. Okay, this is that forward bend. We're going to stay here for a second. Okay, so we're going to break down the sun salutation here in a slow way. So again, it doesn't matter how far you come down. You want your legs straight though. You want to be pushing into your heels. And again, if you're up here, it's fine. We're looking to lengthen this. We're looking to get some strength and some flexibility in the lower back here. So, if you're up here, what you're doing is you're going as far as you can. It's comfortable. You want to find that spot where it's comfortable and you can feel like you're lengthening. Play with that spot. And then when you find that spot, you just stay there and you breathe. And so if I stay here, I'm thinking about my legs. I'm thinking about pushing into the heels. And so I want to get that. And then I'm thinking about my back becoming longer, stronger. I'm holding myself here. I'm paying attention to what my body's doing. I'm being present. I'm breathing. And again, it's different for each person, but it doesn't matter. Whether you're touching the ground, whether you're up here, it makes no difference. It's just about feeling better. It's just about loosening, bringing energy to the body. Okay, so even if you're up here, like this, you're still doing stuff. You're activating your muscles, you're activating your neurology. Okay, so go wherever is comfortable for you. I'll just stay here for a moment. And now what we're going to do is bring the right leg back. Okay? Now if you're really inflexible right now, it's okay to have a chair somewhere. Okay, so or just something you hold on to. Because then what you're going to do is you want to get down and you bring the right leg back. Right? And this is the stretch. I'm going to stay here for a moment. And so we get our hands on the mat. We're just stretching here. And we're playing, having fun. You feel a stretch here in the left leg, obviously, and the right leg as well. And bring the left leg back. And now this is called a plank, so if you can stay here for a moment, hold yourself up, that's great. If not, you can do it with your knees on the ground. You just want to stay here for a moment, activate the muscles, and then if you can, lower yourself down slowly. If you can't, you can go right to your knees. Okay, but now what we want to do is we want to go, ideally, we're going down, but again, if you just go straight down and then lift up, we're going to cobra. So stay here for a moment. Just talk about this posture. Relax your back, relax your legs, chest, and lift up. Again, relax the muscles. And again, it's a good thing we worked out the shoulders here. You can feel there's a little bit more movement, hopefully a little bit of energy in there. Okay, now we come down. And now what we do is we're going to push up. And again, if you can push up, cool. If you can push up, it's like this. If you can't push up, it's okay. It's just like this. Okay, and then what we're going to do is transition to this move, downward dog. And we're going to stay here for a moment. And again, this builds up a lot of muscle here. Especially if you haven't been flexible or haven't been doing much. So you push into the hands, you push into the feet. You can look back, up towards your stomach. I'm just going to stay here for a moment. And sometimes I'll kind of move around in this posture a little bit. And when you're ready, bring the right foot forward. And just stay for a moment. Now notice, right, it's the opposite of what we did before. Okay, so now the right leg's forward, now we get that kind of stretch. So the beauty of the sun salutation, it really gets the whole body. That's what I like about it. And then when you're ready, bring the left leg up. Now stay here for a moment. Again, lengthen the legs, lengthen the back. Lift up towards the ceiling. And this comes down. So that is the right side of the sun salutation. We're going to do the left side now. And it's the same thing. And, you know, so again, the way this is structured, I built this kind of on Mysore Yoga, where Mysore, you would go in to the yoga studio and they would show you a move or two and you just kind of work on your own, right? Kind of do your own pace. And I'm a big fan of doing yoga at your own pace. So when I'm doing these here, you know, if I'm talking right now and you want to do yoga, keep doing your sun salutations. Okay, if you're just kind of starting out, you know, we kind of break it down and show you a little bit. And you know, again, it's just showing up each day. We're not, you know, we're not becoming the greatest yogis in the world in these 10, 15 minutes. We just want to connect to our body, you know, and do something. And when we start doing something, it becomes easier to do other things in our lives. So that's kind of the point of this. So let's do the other side. It's the same thing, but we're going to just lead with the left leg first. So feet together, lifting up towards the ceiling. Pull forward. Let's stay here for a moment. Left leg back. Right leg back. On a downward dog. Left leg forward. Bring the right leg forward. Lifting up towards the ceiling. And that's that. So cool. So, you know, hopefully, I mean, think about how your body feels right now. You know, hopefully it feels like it's kind of woken up. You know, and that's kind of the goal we're looking for. It doesn't take much. You know, that's the point. Don't get me wrong. You can go deeper and deeper into stuff for sure. But you get so much of the benefit. You know, it's like you get 50% of the benefit from just doing that. You know what I mean? Like just kind of connecting to your body and doing something. So what I want to do now is I want to do a floor. We'll go through one move here just to help you connect and link in something. And what it is this is one of my favorite ones, and this is one I do every day. Now I'll show you different ones, you know, regularly. And the point is, so anyways, we'll go into it first. So you want to bring your right leg in, and your left leg out. And so we're gonna fold forward like this. You know, if this is up like this, it's fine. You know, we just want to get the leg, again, regardless of wherever you're at with your flexibility, you just want to kind of bring this leg in a little bit, because we're doing two things here, right? We're stretching this leg out and this knee out and the hip, and we're going to practice, you know, lengthening these muscles as well. So whatever's comfortable for you, do that now. And then, again, you're going to fold forward. And, you know, if you're just starting out, you know, this here might feel like an exercise. Okay, so the exercise for you is just going to be present here like this. Okay, but when I say present, specifically I'm saying track your breathing. Okay, notice where your breath's at, because you're going to notice if this is new to you, it's a little uncomfortable, there's a tendency to hold your breath. Okay, we don't want that. You want to be able to stay calm and breathing the entire time, regardless of posture. That's kind of the main gauge you're following. So what you want to do is start bending forward, and again, whatever that's at. So it might be like this, it might be your knee, it might be your ankle, it does not matter. Whatever's comfortable for you. And again, connect to your breathing, and you're relaxing. It's really a process of relaxing. You're putting yourself in these situations where you're tight, and then that's where the yoga starts. Now it's like, okay, let me relax everything. Let me soften up the muscles. Let me check my alignment. Okay, so the first thing is I'm pushing out through the heel, right? My leg's flat on the floor. That's the most important thing. So if I'm sitting up like this, it's fine, as long as my leg's flat on the floor. That's the main thing I want. And then, again, I'm folding forward wherever it's comfortable. You pay attention to your lower back, and you want to soften it. Right in your mind, you want to imagine those muscles kind of becoming softer, more pliable. The muscles in your legs becoming softer, lengthening, pushing out through the heel. Connected to your breath. Check your alignment. You don't want to just be like this here, just reaching. You don't want to be pulling. Again, it's very soft. Alignment's correct. And you figure out your alignment just kind of playing around. So again, we kind of work the shoulders a little bit. So notice if you turn the shoulders this way, what that does. Right? If you turn them this way, what that does. If you reach with the right arm and the left arm, right, what that does. And again, just pay attention to that and how that feels. This is one of my favorites because I've always had tight legs. Okay, so that's why if I don't do much yoga, like, okay, the last couple of days I felt kind of sick, so I haven't been doing a whole lot of yoga. I will do the 2-minute, the sun salutations, and then I will do this. And I'll spend a little bit of time here. But the point is, I'm just relaxing here. You understand? I'm not burning myself out physically, mentally, or emotionally trying to, like, do crazy things. I'm just hanging out and relaxing. And I think if you go into it with that attitude, it becomes more enjoyable, and you'll get a lot better results because it's the softening. It's the softening. You're not stretching. You're not pulling yourself. You're lengthening. And you lengthen by letting go, by kind of warming up and just kind of folding into the posture. Right? And so that's why I'm a big fan of holding postures for a while, because you can't fake it. It's easy to fake a posture for, 15 seconds, and you just struggle. But if you're going to stay in a posture for a little while, I don't know, you can't fake it for a minute or 2 or 3 minutes. It's harder anyways. Okay, so let's switch legs. Then we do the same thing. Get yourself comfortable. Right leg out. And you fold forward as far as it's comfortable for you. And I can tell you, when I first started doing yoga, I couldn't even sit cross-legged. Like, not full lotus, or you know what I mean, if you know what that is. I'm talking, I literally couldn't sit cross-legged because I was so tight. So, if anything, consistency is more important than anything, in my opinion. And that's the point of these videos, is I just want to be here. I'll be here each day, and just showing you some different stuff. And again, whether you do what I'm doing or do your own thing, it's just about being consistent and being, holding yourself accountable to it. Because if you do 5-10 minutes of this every day, your life changes. I promise you this. If you've done no exercise, no yoga or anything, and you do 5 to 10 minutes of this, after 30 days, you won't believe it. You literally will feel so much better. Because we just never learn this stuff. And on top of that, a lot of the stuff we learn is just totally wrong. Again, I remember being in gym class trying to touch my toes, and I was just like straining and pushing. So to learn how to actually become more flexible, because some of it's learning and some of it's actually just practicing. A lot of it's practicing. But how you do it has a lot to do with whether you're going to practice or not. Right? So obviously the first step, and that's the idea of comfortable yoga, is that you want to be comfortable. And then that's the whole goal here. So now what we're going to do is we'll just do a simple twist, and then we'll kind of wrap it up. And the twist is, you can do this any way you want. So kind of a simple way to do it would be, you can put your leg out, your left leg out, your right leg, your knee comes in, and all you're looking to do is turn this way. Okay, and so if you want a more advanced version of that, you can turn the leg in, turn the left leg, goes to the side, right leg goes over, and again, it's the same thing, it's just a little more intense for the bottom half. What you're looking to do is you're twisting from the base of the spine all the way through up to the top of the head. With the head turning. And again, check your breath. If you get here, right, so if you get to here and you're like, you can't breathe because you're so tight, it's so uncomfortable, guess what? You loosen it up. You find where you can breathe and then you just relax into this. Okay, it's the relaxation that's going to take you further, not straining and struggling with it. Okay, so now switch direction. Again, the same thing. You can You can put the right leg out if you want and turn. That's kind of the easiest way, like this here. And again, here's the thing. It's like if you do the most basic of the movements, you get a lot of the benefit. You know what I mean? Yeah, when you start, if you do this here, and I'm not the most flexible person on the planet. So people might be looking at me, they're expert yogis, thinking I'm, doing it all screwy. But this here, you get a little bit more when you start locking this in and turning. But you get a majority of the benefit just doing it even the most basic way. And I think that's a key point to remember. So I love these stretches. These are my favorites. All right, so we'll do a real quick breathing exercise, and then we will do what most people's favorite is, which is the corpse pose. And so again, you want to sit cross-legged. You want to hold yourself up as straight as you can. And we're just going to take a few deep breaths in. Okay, so you can close your eyes or keep your eyes open, does not matter. And just want to reflect on your breathing. To breathe correctly, you relax the stomach, relax the chest, relax the shoulders. Use your whole lung capacity to breathe, right? So it's called diaphragmatic breathing. We want to make sure we're using all the air in our lungs. The way to do that is to exhale all the air out, right? So exhale all the air out of your lungs and let the inhale happen naturally. All right, and so now what we're going to do is called the corpse pose. And this is a nice way to end things. So for this one here, it's just so simple. You're just lying down. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a little relaxation as well with it. So you get yourself, lay down straight. And what we're going to do is a simple tense and release technique right now, just to kind of relax all the muscles of the body. So we're going to start with the right leg and the toes. So we're going to tighten up the right leg and the toes. Just squeeze all the muscles, squeeze them, squeeze them, squeeze them, hold them, let them go. And we do the same thing on the left leg. Okay, so we'll squeeze the muscles, lift it off the ground, tighten them, curl the toes, really tense up every muscle you can in the leg, hold it, and let it go. Now we're going to tighten all the muscles up in the waist and the stomach and the chest. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Tighten all the muscles. Tighten them, and let them go. And now we're going to tighten up both arms. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Tighten up the arms. Make 2 fists. Squeeze them as tight as you can. Really flex your muscles. Squeeze them, and let them go. And now we'll do the face. On the count of 3, tighten all the muscles in the face. 1, 2, 3. Clench the eyes shut, clench the jaw. Kind of pinch your face up to your nose, squeeze, squeeze, and let it go. And just take a moment and just relax. Just enjoy this feeling. You've activated your body, and now just pay attention to how it feels. then you can sit up and we're done. Okay, so it's simple. In a few minutes, you can feel tremendously different. And all I can say to you, and I hope you join me on this journey, is that when you consistently feel like this, day in and day out, and you access and connect to your body, even just for a few minutes, things change dramatically. Okay, so I hope you get to experience that with me. So thank you very much. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.